The challenge of expressing oneself is deeply troubling. I recall a moment from my childhood when I innocently wore a dress to dinner, unaware of societal norms. Despite feeling beautiful, my father's reaction was intense. From then on, I concealed my desire to dress differently, navigating a delicate balance. My journey continued into adolescence, where I discovered online communities supporting individuals like me. Armed with DIY guides, I experimented with makeshift breast forms and padding, eagerly anticipating my debut as a girl on Halloween. With my sister away at college, I seized the opportunity to explore her wardrobe, assembling complete ensembles. Yet, styling my hair remained a struggle, perpetually falling short of femininity. As Halloween approached, I realized I had to open up to my mother. One afternoon, I mustered the courage to tell her about my plans to attend the school Halloween party dressed as a girl. Surprisingly, her response caught me off guard. Instead of shock or disapproval, she asked if I had finally mastered the art of femininity. Stunned, I struggled to respond. To my astonishment, she was already aware of my private escapades. Feeling exposed, I braced for her judgment. However, her reaction was unexpected. She offered her support, insisting on helping me prepare. Curious, she requested to see the outfits I had borrowed from Claire. In my room, I showed Mom what I had selected to wear, all of it, and all she said was adequate. "I have to go to the store on Saturday anyway, so why don't we get you dressed and let me see what you look like, and if you need anything we can get it then. I'll even do your hair for you. Dad won't be here all weekend. Now plan on getting dressed right after breakfast on Saturday." It was a very long 2 days as I wondered just what Mom had in mind, but I was not about to let this opportunity slip by, and on Friday night I made sure that I didn't have one stray hair anywhere on my body. Right after breakfast, Mom and I went to my room where I slipped on a pair of panties, then as she watched I used the foam pads to make my hips rounder. I slipped on the panty brief and reached for the bra, but Mom stopped me. "Let's do makeup first, Tim." I walked into my sister's room and sat at her vanity while reaching for the foundation. Mom sat next to and slightly behind me watching, but not saying anything as I smoothed the liquid foundation evenly on my face. I started to reach for the eyeshadow, but Mom stopped me. "Let me show you something, Tim." She dabbed at my face with some loose powder, letting it set for a moment before she brushed away the excess, leaving my skin looking smooth and soft, and all one color. My mother observed as I applied earthy eyeshadow followed by a gentle plum shade, accentuated by black eyeliner on both upper and lower lash lines. Adding a rosy blush to my cheeks, I was interrupted as I reached for the lipstick. Instead, she sprayed hairspray on my hair and began curling it with an iron. I paid close attention, ready to replicate the process if needed. She left my hair in curls and instructed me to finish dressing. Slipping on a bra and filling it with birdseed breast forms, I achieved a modest cup. After donning pantyhose, I retrieved the dress intended for the party, only to be advised against it by my mom. She suggested a skirt and blouse for our shopping trip. Concerned about being seen, I hesitated. But my mother reassured me, emphasizing the opportunity to present as a girl while trying on clothes. With her encouragement, I chose a skirt and blouse to complete my transformation. I opted for a pleated green skirt paired with a white blouse featuring a round neck collar. Mom finished brushing out my hair as soon as I had them on. Slipping into black flats, I received a soft red lipstick from Mom. In the jewelry box, I discovered a pair of gold hoop earrings, swapping them for the studs I typically wore. Mom grinned as she applied perfume and gave me a spritz. "I think that's everything, except for a name. Tim won't quite fit now, will it?" Mom prompted me to reveal my deepest secret, though fear held me back. Looking in the mirror, I saw someone different yet familiar, like my own sister. I hesitated to share the name I had chosen for myself. "Tell me, Tim, I bet it's lovely." "Gail," I blurted out, and Mom's smile confirmed her approval. "That's a beautiful name. Grab a purse, Gail, and let's go shopping." Rooted in place, I followed her lead out of my room, where she grabbed her purse before leading us to the car. Having never ventured outside dressed as a girl before, I felt incredibly anxious as we drove down the street. Mom scolded me twice for slouching, and upon reaching the mall, she purposefully parked far from the entrance, despite closer spots being available. Before stepping out of the car, she turned to me. "You're a stunning girl, Gail, and going into the mall is precisely what you need. If you embody femininity in your actions, walk gracefully, and mind your mannerisms, no one will suspect a thing. In fact, I'm counting on some of your friends being here, so you'll need to be on your best behavior or risk being recognized." With that, she exited the car and waited for me to do the same. As I stood beside the car, a breeze rustled my skirt, prompting me to hold it down while Mom chuckled. "Let's go, Gail, we have a busy day ahead." Navigating through the food court, we encountered familiar faces from school, standing right in the midst. Sticking close to Mom, we walked past them unnoticed, as if they already knew who I was. Out of their earshot, I mentioned it to Mom, and all she did was smile. Walking beside her, we entered a large department store, then ventured into a lingerie shop. "It's time for you to have your own bras and panties, Gail." "Let's start with half a dozen panties and 2 bras, I think," she asserted rather than asked. I picked out 2 bras and some nylon panties, but she insisted cotton was better. Thus, I opted for bras and cotton panties in various colors. "Is the party formal?" "It's a Halloween party, Mom, not prom." "What a shame." "What?" "Oh, never mind, dear. I was just curious. But you should have something appropriate to enhance the illusion. Why don't we try this store?" And so we entered a boutique specializing in wedding and prom attire. Many girls from our school purchased their dresses here, including Kelly and Jessica, who were present at the time. I could only muster the facade of belonging there as Mom and I sifted through the dresses until she found one she deemed perfect for me. I was incredibly nervous as she led me to the changing area, essentially a single large room. Hastily slipping into the dress, it didn't flatter me, and I convinced Mom we needed to leave. She wasn't pleased, but relented when about 5 girls entered just as I was ready to exit. "Perhaps we'll find something at Sears for you, Gail, but you must relax. You look fine." I attempted to ease up as we entered Sears. Inside, Mom selected a pink suit, a sheath-style dress, and a jumper for me, along with several blouses before we headed back to the car. "When we return home, I want you to try on all the clothes, especially the suit. Save that for last and wear the pink heels with it," she instructed. Following her guidance, the new bras lent me a slightly more pert appearance, and all the clothes fit well. The suit was unlike anything I had worn previously, with a short, straight skirt that slightly impeded my stride. The jacket accentuated a feminine waist, enhancing my appearance. Stepping out to show Mom, I was surprised to find Dad there. Anticipating his eruption, I was taken aback when he didn't react negatively. "Howard, this is Gail. She'll be staying with us for a few days. She has a party next Saturday, so we did some shopping today," Mom explained. Then he surprised me. "You look very nice, Gail. Will you join us for dinner tonight?" I glanced at Mom, and before I could respond, she answered, "Yes, of course she's coming with us."